Just chap.
Sorry, I was like putting on chapstick.
Oh, hey everyone. Like I picked that up already.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason,
I'm Tia.
and welcome back to Working Class Music.
On this episode, we've got a special treat for you. As you know, we like to spend our money on anything that says FSR.
Yeah.
You know, anything limited edition, that's Fender. So we got the Squier brackets FSR bracket Classic Vibe late 50s Jazzmaster. Now you may be asking, what are the differences between a late 50s Jazzmasters versus a 60s era? Well, the main differences are really the pickups. The late 50s, 58 in particular, they use Alnico 2 magnets, so it gave it a much darker sound. Whereas 59 and 60s going onwards were Alnico 5, so it's a much brighter, twangier, surfier sound that you're used to with Fenders.
Like a little more jangly?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Also, in the first run of the 58, you typically saw them in Sunburst. Outside of that, they had custom colors, but they all came with gold guards. So that's where you typically see them from in that area. So as far as the specs on this one, this is unique. This is a white blonde model with a poplar body. However, unlike the other classic vibes, this has an ash top and back veneer, so it gives it that vintage look. Also, you are looking at the Fender designed Alnico pickups. This has a C-shaped maple neck with a 9.5 Indian Laurel fretboard, and of course vintage style tuners. So as
per usual,
I've had this for a couple days, and this is Tia's first time. So yeah, I'm going to hand this off to her because I kind of already have my impressions, and I'm going to save that. So yeah, you get a fresh first impression.
Cool.
This week I was somewhat kind to Tia. I put 10 to 46 on here.
Thank you.
Yes, because I was like, I'm a good friend like that.
Yeah, for the folks at home, I'm a baby, and I use 9-gauge strings all the time, no matter what scale length.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, yeah. Of course, it's in drop D. That's where I live.
Okay.
Oh, and before we go, I should mention that this is completely stock outside of the strings, which are perishables.
Yeah. What strings are on these?
These are the NYXL 10 to 46.
Also, for the folks at home, I'm sorry, Diodario, I don't like NYXLs.
Come on.
No, I like elixirs. Sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, can I bring this up to standard real quick?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Wow, I've been on the rhythm circuit.
Been on the rhythm?
Yeah, whoops.
Wait, really? It's weird.
Whoops.
We want to see what happens when you play electric guitar in the most professional of settings. I knew it. Come on, let's get out of here.
I like this a lot.
You want to add some drive?
Start the car.
if I didn't see the Squier on the headstock, like, just if I was blindfolded and playing this, like, I would swear this is like one of those classic players, like the Made in Mexico ones, because that's like how good this neck feels. Everything just feels really solid. Like, the electronics don't feel cheap. This is dope.
Actually, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm not even gonna play on this one.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna play because like I've already had time with it, and honestly, this is pretty cool.
So, like, I know this isn't a comparison video by, like, any means, but, like, that Affinity Jazzmaster that we did, on the bridge, it just sounded, like, really ice-picky, but this just sounds, like, mean. Like, it does not sound ice-picky, like, at all. So this is impressive.
Right.
It sounds so good. It was sweet.
All right, so we are going to be naming some of the notable Jazzmaster players. First, Naya Izumi. He just dropped an album, and it is amazing.
So there's also AJ Haynes from the Serotones. Mentioned her before. If you have not listened to the Serotones, please do. So you should check out the band Sales, two-piece band from Florida. Super cool, very nice people. Lead singer plays a Jazzmaster.
Also, there is Sade Sanchez. Pretty cool solo artist.
Cool. There's also Toro Imoy. He's also pretty dope.
Yes, and one of my favorite bands, there's Anthony Gonzalez from M83.
It's Taka Goto from the band Mono. Or is it Mono?
Mono? I want to say Mono,
Ooh.
but they just dropped a new album, so check that out too. Also, one of my favorite people ever, Mike Adams, the Offset guru himself. He runs a YouTube channel, Pusheen. Is that?
I always read like the little cat.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that, like, you know, you see it on the internet, but you've never heard anyone say it out loud. My mind defaults to the cat, even though he is a grown man with a beard.
Yeah, an awesome beard. I'm sorry, Mike, I screwed it up. Also, there's Matt Fozzie from Taking Back Sunday. Obviously, we have to mention
The man himself.
Yeah, Jay Mascis, like the Offset God, and Nils Klein, and My Bloody Valentine, and everybody that's made the Jazzmaster famous. So, if you know any other notable Jazzmaster bands or notable Jazzmaster players, let us know in the comments, because we love checking out new music. So yeah. So, pros and cons.
The con is you didn't get this in my hand sooner.
I'm phrasing. Shut up!
I do have a list of cons. Now, this one is slightly nitpicking, only because being the big Jazzmaster guy that I am, and I prefer antiquity pickups. So, in short, I prefer more so the Alnico 2 magnets because they're a darker tone. I'm willing to guess, because I did not take this apart yet, that these are the same pickups in the other classic vibe 60s Jazzmaster, because, you know, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, let's make one specifically for this. That would probably raise the cost. So if it were period correct and a bit darker, that's really it. The only other major con that I have, the vibrato assembly. Like,
I was gonna say there's no
there's no locking, and like that's fine. And you know, keep in mind, I know T is gonna say I'm bougie about it, but I'm used to the Mastery one and the American Vintage reissue. Hey, you got one of the American Vintage reissue vibrato assembly on yours because you have an American Professional.
I've never messed with mine. I am not that bougie. I buy a guitar with the intention of not modifying it. I will say the one thing I did do with mine was I did add a rhythm circuit because it did not have that. But as far as like the tailpiece and the bridge, I left it. I don't have mastery money, so I just left it as is.
This kind of segues. No, because we didn't do the pros yet, or I didn't do the pros. I love this guitar. I love the look. That's the biggest thing. It stands out. It does look similar to the Jazzmaster. However, this is more period correct. You do have a kind of custom color here, which you won't see on any other Jazzmaster. You have a gold guard, and overall it just looks and feels amazing.
It looks like if the Jazzmaster and the Mary Kay had a baby, like you would get this.
I dig it.
And I mean that like in the best way possible because I like both those guitars.
There you go. But also, you have the tele-style knobs. So aesthetically, it's one of the best looking Jazzmasters to come from Squier ever. Typically, if you follow us on social media, I've typically reserved that praise for the Jazzmaster, but I think this has kind of dethroned it.
Ooh, we should do a comparison video.
We should. How about we do a poll on our Insta, and you guys let us know if you want to see that.
Yeah.
So, Tia, who do you think this Jazzmaster is for after your initial first impression?
So I would say this is for someone who, I don't want to say wants a serious Jazzmaster, because it's definitely a huge step above the Affinity, like leagues above the Affinity. Like this just feels, it literally, like I said earlier, if you blindfolded me and had me play this guitar, I thought it could pass as like one of the classic players from like the Made in Mexico line. So I would say this is for someone who wants the best features without breaking the bank, or someone like who really just wants something solid that they can mod a little bit. So I know, like you said, if you want to add like a mastery, tailpiece
or any other, it doesn't have to be mastery.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the price of the guitar right there. But yeah, like I think honestly, if I were just starting guitar and if I did not have my current Jazzmaster and I don't have a lot of money, if I was just essentially broke.
Hit our Patreon up.
Yeah, please. Basically, long story, if I wanted a Jazzmaster that just sounded and felt great, that did not need to be modded, but could easily be modded if I wanted, this would be it. So I think if you're that type of player who is in a touring band, if you're doing recording, playing live shows, this is solid. Like it just feels satisfying.
She literally took the words from my script that she didn't see, and now I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's basically, if you're like me and you're someone who intends to mod it, this is who I would recommend it for. If you're new to the offset world and you want to dip your toes in there, but you aren't willing to spend Ventura or American Professional money, I would recommend this. Typically, my go-to recommendation has been the Jazzmaster, like I've said, but this has everything correct. It has the correct spacing as far as the bridge goes, and the vibrato assembly. It just feels and sounds like a vintage Jazzmaster. I'd recommend this for anyone that wants a Jazzmaster for any purpose, whether you're, like Tia said, touring, or just at home playing, or you're just new to the offset world and you want the best offset guitar. I'm sorry, the Jag Stang is not it.
You're trying to fight?
Yeah. I'm trying to fight a lot of people.
We can take this as parking lot, man.
Oh yeah.
You want step outside?
Yeah, let's go.
Also, if you would like us to review a Jag Stang, as much as Jason doesn't want to, and I definitely want to, you should head over to our Instagram. Let us know. There might be a poll.
Fine, there will be a poll.
There will be a poll.
So with that said, if you are looking to pick one of these up, right now they are exclusive in the US to Chicago Music Exchange. They're $4.49, and I don't know if this is going to be another limited run, but I would imagine with all the cool stuff that they've released, that Shell Pink Jaguar, that Shell Pink Bass 5, and they have this in Sunburst, pick one up ASAP. Yeah.
Does it still have the gold plate?
Yes.
Woo!
The
Yes.
Sunburst has the gold plate. It is dead on 58 replica. Squier 58 replica. With that said, this has been a really fun episode of Working Class Music. I have been Jason in awe of Tia's playing. Maze.
And I'm Tia. I haven't picked up a guitar since last week, Bailey.
Like, subscribe, and comment. And also, hit up our affiliate links in the info below.